So bases are sort of the opposite of acids. But bases have a bitter taste, not a sweet taste. They have a bitter taste. And they're going to have a slippery feel. Acids don't have a particular feel, but bases feel slippery. And that's because they're beginning to make soap with the oils on your skin. And if they remain in contact with your skin, they'll dissolve your skin. And bases do the opposite thing with litmus. They'll take red litmus paper and make it blue. So bases turn the paper blue. Blue base, okay? That leaves red for acid. So there you go. These are some products that you might see that have bases in them. You'll see there's very few things that you would eat, right? Here's tonic water. You can drink that. That's not going to hurt you too much. Maalox is an antacid. But the rest of these things are pretty dangerous. You don't even really want to get them on your hands. So there's very few foods that contain bases. The ones that do have a bitter taste. Coffee is overall an acidic liquid, but it has a bitter taste because caffeine is a base and has that bitter taste. So, I can tell the difference between Diet Dr. Pepper and caffeine-free Diet Dr. Pepper because the caffeine-free soda just doesn't have that bite to it. And it's the bite that I like. I like that bite. I don't like coffee, though. I don't know why. That bitter taste, though, in general, is sort of nature's way of warning us off of things that could kill us. Okay? Alkaloids are organic bases. They're completely natural, but they're also very toxic and poisonous. So hemlock, right? Shakespeare. Wasn't it Romeo and Juliet drank hemlock? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's poisonous. It'll kill you. Doesn't taste good. It tastes bitter. And so most of the foods that we eat do not taste bitter, right? Because a bitter taste isn't very nice, and so that warns us off of those. Here are two. Conine is, I believe, the base in hemlock, and caffeine, of course, is. I've said that NO is one of my favorite molecules. This is absolutely my favorite molecule, caffeine. It's good stuff. Here's some common bases: sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. So those are the ones that you should recognize as bases. Any metal hydroxide is a base. Here are some of the uses for these. Sodium bicarbonate, I would not expect you to recognize as a base necessarily. It is an antacid, so it does react with bases, but it also reacts with acids. So it's kind of neat stuff. And that's just baking soda. And ammonia is a weak base, and that's the only base that isn't a metal hydroxide that we should recognize. And we're going to learn more about how ammonia acts as a base.